Hello viewers, and welcome to another episode of the Enoch generation, a generation that walks with God. In the last episode, you heard Dr. Geetha Prasad sharing her journey with Jesus, how Jesus was her everything and all from when she was born, and how God carried her through her academics and how she found her life partner. Now she will continue her journey with Jesus. So over to you, Doctor. Thank you so much for the wonderful journey that you shared with us. We learned so much from each other. So it's so nice to know that God was always with you, and even the little things like an examination, you want to stand first, you were there with Jesus, and it's so beautiful. So since you knew your husband's family and you got married, you said it was just a shift from one home to another. So, but anyway, when you moved in here, you would have found a different atmosphere too.
Definitely.
So how could you cope up with all this? On one side, it is your medical profession, and on the other side, it is your family, then your husband's family, and so many more responsibilities. How did you manage it all?
It was very difficult. It was tough. Because as I said, he was a strict disciplinarian. He was not at all flexible. I felt it very difficult to adjust because he would love to go to English service. I would love to go to Tamil service. Yeah, he will want the prayer at 9 o'clock. I will want it at 10, like that. It was so difficult. Everything I had to adjust. But most of the time he was correct. I mean, that would be better for the family. But because I used to work, come late to the house, I wanted everything to be late. But because he was on time and doing everything in a disciplined manner, he wanted to do everything in the right way. But it was very difficult for me to adjust because I had to tell so many lies. I had to shun the patients, close the clinic, do many things like that. So it was quite tough because, as you know, in-laws will side only their son, and because he was also right. So a lot of things I had to adjust in that way. Right, though we knew them, right from food, from taste. He used to like chicken, I like only mutton, like everything was a little difficult.
I think like poles repel, unlike poles attract.
But I knew that what he was doing was correct, but it was difficult for me to adjust. But I had to do, and career-wise also, the branch he took was dermatology.
Okay.
Lighter vein. You can work in a lighter vein.
Yeah.
But mine was very difficult. All odd times we have the work. So studying also was very tough. My course also was very tough. And one thing, what happened was, I don't know if it's good or beneficial or it was bad. When he got DD, that is dermatology seat, he also did it. He did a whole medical career. He did it in Stanley Medical College. Okay. MBBS, DD, MD, everything in Stanley Medical College. I did my MBBS in Kilpack Medical College. I did my DGO in Stanley Medical College and MD in Madras Medical College. All three colleges. Again, a great privilege. And that's what really, it's a great privilege to see all the three colleges, and God gave me opportunity to work in Madras Medical College and retire as a professor from Madras Medical. Just something, I praise and glorify God for all this really. Praise and when he got DD seat, I was at home, and when we were doing diploma, both of us got government job. Okay. So when I was here, he went out. He went out. I mean, the posting was different. He was posted in Polur, somewhere close to Vellore, Tiruvannamala district. There he was posted initially. So I was doing my DGO here. Again, DGO also, actually I had my interview in Madurai. If I have my interview in Madurai, I have to do pursue the course there only. But God's grace, I had a 1-year-old child. Okay. My daughter was 1 year. But to everyone's surprise, I got my posting, my DGO seat in Chennai.
Oh, although you went to interview
yes, I went to interview to Madurai, but I got my seat in Chennai. God's blessing. Real miracle it happened that time. So one way how we could adjust or not get into too much of problem is when he was out, I was in. When he was in, I was out. That is again 2-3 years. We could wait like this.
So that was a good time for both of you. You had your personal time also.
Because he, when he was posted in Polur, after finishing that one, we can come back, only we will get a postgraduate seat. So he got his postgraduate seat and came back. Then I had my posting. I went to again Vellore. Vellore, one place called Kaniyambadi. You would have seen 8 kilometers from Vellore. So I went there. He was studying and working here. Then after finishing, after 1 year, I also got my seat, MD. Then both of us joined together here.
So the initial phase
period,
when you had adjustment problems, God took care of it.
God took care of, really.
So when you were away, who would take care of
My
your
mother-in-law.
child? Okay.
All praise goes to my mother-in-law. Because she had 2 boys. So when she had a granddaughter, she was very happy. She took great care of my daughter.
So you could pursue your career.
Definitely, yeah.
Otherwise it would
I
have
didn't
been
have
very
any.
difficult for you.
Yeah. I used to totally forget the house when I go to work. That's what they blame, but that is the truth.
So you had somebody there to take care. So that's also the grace of God.
Truly.
So after you did your post-graduation, then how did you pursue in your medical career?
Because already we were in government service.
Okay.
Again, after post-graduation, I had to go out. I worked in Ulundurpete, 1 year in Ulundurpete, because it's very difficult to get city postings. That time, the toughest thing in medical field was getting a city posting.
Okay.
Very difficult because we had few posts only in all the medical colleges, all 3 put together. So we were so many students coming out every year. So it was very difficult to get city postings. There also God really helped. 1 year I have gone up to Veerappan's place.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Nipathurai. Because from there we used to go to all those small places.
So
very
these
nice.
are all these primary health centers that you were posted in, or are they?
No, I was posted in Ulundur GH, but we have to
GH,
cater there also. We have to go
Okay.
there and cater them.
Okay.
But I had a very good experience. All this, though, a lot of negative things were there, lot of positive things also were there, because I could gain so much of experience. The love, only 3 months I worked in that Nipathurai, but the love and affection they gave when I came out, really, I literally cried. So affectionate. The people, only one bus used to go there. The same bus will return after 3 hours. People will come. Only that much of connection we had, but they were so grateful that a doctor came and took care of them. Such wonderful, lovely people you have in those forests.
So you used to travel every day, go there for 3 hours and then travel back?
Just 10 kilometers. You can go and come back.
So it's like a Paka forest area inside
Not
which there is a
not
village.
much. That small area is little forest. I mean, where that PHC was there, the Yelanguni is really a forest area. The whole area.
So you used to do a lot of traveling there.
But
But at these points at times, doctor, how did you have time to, communicate with the Lord or, spend time?
I had a lot of time because I was away from the family.
Okay, so all these responsibilities were not there.
My daughter was here with
Okay.
my family, my husband, daughter, in-laws family were here. So 1 year I was away working there, and exactly 1 year we prayed, we tried hard, and somehow God gave me a seat, posting in Chennai.
Okay, so there
God's
you used to attend church and things like that?
Yeah, I used to attend church. I used to attend all revival meetings. I was free only. I used to take care of, get hold of some boy and then go. Because sometimes it will be very late.
Late
The
to
main
come back.
revival meetings will happen in Vellore and big places. So it will take time to come back and all we have to. But God helped me. I was staying alone. The people, house owner, everywhere God gave me some guardian angel. Some protection. Actually, in Ulundurpet, to narrate an incident, there was a girl who burnt herself. Some issue, some affair, and she was working in a clinic, and the doctor, and there's some problem. And they said it's a suicide, but the girl's father said it's a homicide. So there was, then the police had to come in. They had. What happened, actually it was suicide only.
Okay.
But because we gave like that, after postmortem report, the other people, other party, they came to attack me. You won't believe that the householder people only protected me. They knew everything because they were, they were well off and very popular people there. Actually, they had given that one Mr. Kandasamy, he was ex-MLA in Kamaraj period.
Okay.
I was staying in their house. So they protected me. Actually, they banged, they broke all the lights, all that, because we gave a different report. So God protected me. So everywhere they gave, God gave me guardian angels. Even today that Avulundurpeta people will come to my house.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
very nice.
really very nice people. They belong to different sect, but they are very nice.
So everywhere God had somebody
Yeah,
to take
yeah.
care of you. And you weren't afraid, doctor, to be staying alone and, managing your affairs alone. It's quite difficult for a young woman. You should have been pretty young then.
Around 33, 35, within 35. Every week I used to go off. 5 hours, 4 hours journey only, no? Every week I
But
used to
even
go.
then your travel was, you needed to travel alone.
Yeah, yeah.
You needed to stay
Only
alone
by
day
bus I
in
used
and
to,
day out.
government bus only I used to travel. That was the time I was praying, singing.
So you never
Sometimes,
felt lonely, you didn't feel, you weren't kind of afraid.
no, not afraid and all. But sometimes I used to forget God. Again, some problem comes, I will again come very, very closer to God. Because that was, Ulundurpet, if you think now also, that's a place of accidents. Too many accidents. A highway
Okay.
towards Trichy, Chennai to Trichy, lot of accidents. Most of the time you become depressed seeing those things because there was mass deaths. That was the thing really affected my, psychology in that place. Actually, work-wise, everything was nice. People were nice. Everything was nice about it. But seeing too many deaths, 3 and 4, always accidents, always road traffic accidents. We used to be an assorting officers, shifting them to Kadalur GH, this GH, that. And we used to see people just dying in front of my eyes, just helpless.
So,
we-
although you were a gynecologist, you had to do all this
Yeah,
also
there
there.
in GH we have to do a duty, everyday duty in turns.
Okay.
Whether you're a pediatrician or you have to do general. I mean, you have to see the OP.
Okay.
After time, no, after our working hours, we have to do that. Only it comes in turns, once a week or so. That time I used to feel how God really gives us life. Every day I used to feel how people just go. But that time, now I feel why I didn't do much of a ministry that time. I have missed so much opportunity, I feel. So many things I could have done. Sometimes I get reminded I will do it. Mainly to my gynecologic patient, my patient in labor I used to do. But other times, more of this melancholy, more of this sadness, this problems, that actually uptook me, and I didn't do the ministry much, I feel. I could have done more.
But I think maybe God was just molding you at that particular time for greater ministry. Could be so. And as you were being transferred to different places.
But everywhere only 1 year.
Oh, not more than that. So 1 year you would be back to Chennai.
Back to Chennai.
Back to base.
Yeah.
So as it went on and your daughter was also growing.
Yeah.
You had so many more responsibilities coming up.
Yeah.
But then in between you decided to go abroad also, doctor.
that
How
was-
did you take the decision?
No, that was again through government. It was
Oh,
Overseas
okay.
Manpower Corporation. Through government, I went to
Okay.
Saudi Arabia, worked there for 4 years on deputation.
On deputation. But how
deputation.
was it when you were there in an alien country?
Yeah. We smuggled our books, and we had fellowship. We had a lot of Filipino girls. We had Malayali girls. We had Filipino girls. We had prayer fellowship. Every Friday we used to have. That part of it was good. But as days went by, we had problem. We had struggle in that also. They warned us. They made us stop.
Okay. So you couldn't worship.
That was a big, that's a bigger crowd became smaller crowds. We could do it in the rooms. Initially, we were 130, 140 people together doing it. After that, it split into groups, and we had to give up that.
But that would have been a very difficult phase in your life.
There, you really need God's presence, God's guidance, God's help, because however the case bad comes, you have to rectify and send. That is their logic. I will come anyway. I'll take my blood sugar to 500, 600. You are the person to bring it down and deliver my baby correctly and send me the next day itself. That is their attitude. That is why you have come. That is their attitude. Because they had everything. They had the highest technology, sophisticated things. So with that, why don't you do it? That was their logic. So that time and all, litigations were so much. Everyday questions, inquiries were there. If you do cesarean, you have to explain to them. So lot of things that every day you have to walk with God. Every day God should help you. Otherwise, you are not there. It's very difficult to continue there. So
how long were you there, doctor?
4 years.
4 years. It would have been really tough. Every
tough.
day would have been
God saved me. So, a few, 1 or 2 incidences I had problem, but otherwise I had a very good, safe journey only. There also people are very, very nice. If you are good to them, they are too good to you. They are too good to you. They are so loving, so affectionate. They'll never treat you as another person. Only if something goes wrong, only they get disturbed. Otherwise, no problem at all. One of my cases actually, she came very late in labor, and when we delivered her, the uterus got torn into pieces, so we couldn't recognize the anatomy. We just sutured, and that time we had included little bladder also, so there was complication. But that patient, God really changed her mind and said, no, I only came very late in life. Okay, no problem. Anyway, I'm alive. Just don't inquire them. She gave it in writing. So God was giving such a good help to me that time. So many instances like that. We had problems, we had complications, but God was there to change their minds and pull us out without much of a problem.
Because it's quite difficult in your particular field, especially. Every delivery, it is like...
rebirth. That's what the people say.
Yeah, but since you've delivered my grandsons, my granddaughter, I know how you are in that labor room. So, viewers, you've been listening to Doctor and how God was with her wherever she went, whether it was, in the outskirts of Tamil Nadu or whether she went into Saudi Arabia, wherever God was always there protecting her because she trusted in God. So, today you and I, when we put our trust in God, I know He sends His angels to guard us, His angels to guide us, His angels to keep us in all our ways. So till we meet in the next episode, it's a goodbye and God bless.
கண்மணி போல என்னை காத்திட்டார், அணுகாதென்றும் தீங்குமே. மூடியே என்றும் என்னை மறைத்திட்டார், கண்மலையதனின் வெடிப்பிலே மகிழுவே பூரிப்பே என்னை காத்தாரே. கண்மணி நானே. தந்தாரே, கவலை என்றும் இல்லையே. நாளெல்லாம்